So, do you know what time it is?
I believe it said 11:30, 12:27 actually.
Okay, so it's 12:30, and I'm talking with Kristi. You want to tell the story of what happened with Kevin after we filmed the unboxing?
Yes, I went over to check on things at our little camp spot where we hang out, and
And that's the corner of Terry and James,
right,
right
yeah.
by Harborview Medical Center
Hmm.
and the subway.
And they were watching some rap music controversy or something. So it's real windy out, so I grabbed my umbrella, went around the building, just hang out by myself for a while. Um, Two people from the group, Bryce and one other person I don't remember. No, not Bryce. Um, Biz and one other person said, "Hey, you might want to think about getting out of here. The police are around the corner. They've got Kevin and Bryce and Ravi hemmed up." So I went around the block. I called my mom. Yeah, went around the block. Uh, Went to the bus stop with Biz. Gonna call my mom for her birthday. Decided to go get my stuff first in case they arrested him because they'll just throw our stuff in the garbage. So I get around there, and he says, asked for a cigarette. The police officer gave permission, and then asked if I was his mom. I said, "Well, I'm his street mom." And he goes, "Okay, street mom. We're trying to decide here what's going to happen. We've got our sergeant on the way. Whether we're going to be taking Kevin to jail tonight or not." I said, "Okay." He said, "Get phone calls, the neighboring apartments and businesses that they're out here using drugs." And when we roll up, that's exactly what was happening. So, and Kevin's explaining to them that he has an infection in his foot, the opposite foot of the one that was amputated, which I believe was his left foot, half of it. And, oh, he beat?
Yeah, he said
Okay.
he was saying my feet. So,
Okay, alright.
and I've seen one of the feet clearly, and it's clearly missing part of the foot and the toes, like all the toes. And I don't know what's going on with his other foot, but I think they cut part of that off, but just not as much.
Okay, okay. Well, where did I go? Oh, yeah, explaining to them that he does have an active infection because his legs don't look infected. They're actually looking pretty good, except that they're black as night.
And it's MRSA. It's MRSA, and he was still infected when they discharged him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes, he
actually
was.
needed another course of antibiotics for the wound on my calf,
Mm.
and because what they gave me did not do it, and they need to give me another course, and it finally knocked it out. I'm finally healed. But MRSA is a killer, and the paramedics told me once it's all MRSA now
Yeah.
because I had an infection and they were shipping me to the hospital, and I said, I don't know that it's, they said, we're bringing in another MRSA case. And I said, this was back in 2002 or 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, we don't know that it's MRSA. MRSA was a very specific thing. And basically he said, it's all MRSA now. It's
Yeah.
all multi-drug resistant, everything. Which means we need to step up our antibiotic game and not let research be slowed down by drug companies trying to make a profit, trying to make more money, and there's no money in antibiotics. Well, our bugs are reaching the point because we're using antibiotics, because doctors are misdiagnosing them, and people are casually taking them and not taking them as directed, taking all of them. Our bugs are going to rise up and evolve, and they're going to fucking kill the human race
Yeah, they are.
if we don't do something. Yeah. So, but go on, go on.
Okay, so he's explaining to them about his foot. Um, and that the skin graft did not take on 3 of his toes. So he has an appointment this week with his surgeon who did the original surgery to see if he's going to need another skin grafting surgery. So he's saying, okay, Mom, if they take me to jail, I'm going to need you to call or go to my appointment for me so you can explain to them, because I need the referral to get back into respite. And if he can't get the referral to get back into respite, he's going to have a really hard time finding housing. You have to have strict referrals for housing, different places. Salvation Army, the Compass Center, the NAB Center, those kind of places.
And then I rolled up and started filming everything like I was going to catch the next Rodney King beating. Go on. You want to tell what happened next? Or...
Yeah. So the police come over and inform us that they're waiting for their sergeant, and they're going to allow the sergeant to make the decision whether or not he goes to jail, because he does have 4 active narcotic warrants out of Auburn.
Out of where?
Auburn.
Auburn.
Okay. And due to the fact that this was another narcotic stop and charge, they were very hesitant to not just to take him to the hospital instead take him to jail. The sergeant came. They discussed it, and the arresting officer, decided he's just going to take Kevin to the hospital because he's not going to go to jail, but he is going to the hospital, and he better check in, because he's probably going to be put in ICU. They're very, very afraid of this bacteria infection or whatever kind of MRSA infection that's going around. The police are very afraid of catching that. Very afraid.
And then he got taken to the hospital, and we got all of his stuff up to the corner, because what did he do when he got to the hospital? I'm asking you.
Me? What are you asking me? I'm sorry.
He went up to the hospital, and then what happened?
Oh, yeah, he went to the hospital. The ambulance asked if we could bring his wheelchair to Harborview. It's just a block away. So we're getting his stuff ready. I walked back over to let Biz or to get Bryce to come back and help me move the stuff. And here I see Kevin being rolled out of the hospital by the medics. Come to find out, the medics didn't even take him in the front door. He just told them he needed to go. And that was the end of that. And he went across the street to the bus stop, and we took him his stuff, and I voiced my opinion, and so did Haru, and everything was good after that. Except the fact that he didn't go back to the hospital, and when the police find out, if they drive by and see him, he's toast. He's going down right in there.
All done? Are you falling asleep?
Yes.
Okay, you're not on the dot.
No.
What do you want to do? Do you want to take a nap? What do you want to?
I'm probably gonna have to, because I can't stay awake.
Do you want to
so
do it
sorry.
right here?
No, it's too cold.
Okay, where can we go that's warmer for you?
Over by the bus stop where my blankets are, so I can get my blankets and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry, Haru.
That's okay. Can we do the confessional tomorrow?
Yes, we can. We'll
Okay,
do it first
thank
thing.
you.
We will
Okay.
do it first thing.
All right.